is the 6th week. Okay, for the past 5 weeks, we have gone through the first one, which is how to develop a winning mindset. All right, and then the second one was how life with is your best choice, and the third was how to get started and earn commission. The fourth was how to build a strong and sustainable life wave business. And last week, Ronald has gone through why teamwork is important to your success. Now, if you look at the title that Ronald has prepared, it's always how, it's always why. By knowing why we are doing certain thing, why we are into that thing, right? And then we give you a solution or suggestion on how to do it. All right. So this week, all right, tonight's the title is Why Edification Can Help You Build Your Team. Okay, so I will let Ronald do all the explanation. Ronald, the mic is yours.
Thank you very much. By the way, Samson last year went to Dallas on the way back. He also meet up with this classmate of ours. He also managed to sponsor him in. He's also a brand partner. I believe that this time when he goes back, maybe he might start the business, and I may even pay him a visit because this year we are having our convention near his house in Anaheim.
Anaheim.
All right. Okay. Very warm welcome to those who are new and those who are not so new and those who are old. Okay. So today we are going to talk about edification. Now, many of us who have been in this industry may not have heard about the word edification. It is also called the ABC principle. All right. Now, ABC does not mean air batu campur. Okay, I will go through why edification it's important and why it can help you to build out your team. All right. Now, let me explain what is edification in MLM. It is the practice of positively highlighting and building up individuals, such as it could be your upline, it could be your senior, it could be a company leaders, it could be people like, KC, like Shanky. It could be the products, it could be just the business opportunity itself. Okay. Because edification can help to increase trust and credibility. Now let's go through this, okay? Basically, in local MLM term means you tee up that person or that subject so that the person or the subject can help you to convince your prospect. Okay? So let me just go through this. All right. Now, edification establish credibility. You see, when you edify someone, it helps your prospect to take it more seriously on whatever topic or event that you want to introduce. Okay. Then I will go through in the later part how do you tee up the person or the subject that you want it to help you. All right. Now, edification also build trust because normally people who knows you, especially your close friend, tends to not trust you. They normally trust third party endorsement, more than self-praise, more than your explanation. Have you ever wondered, sometimes when you talk to a person the same thing over and over again, they never seems to get it inside their mind. But when you introduce to someone, that someone use another method to tell the same thing to this guy, and this guy click, it just click, you know. Then you will tell him, hey, I told you 1,000 times, but you don't get it. Have you ever encountered this? Many, many times. So that's why sometimes it's good to use a third party, but you must know how to edify him to make his job easier. All right. Now, it also influences behavior and unity. It promotes teamwork, respect, and culture of support. When people see other being respected and valued, actually, not necessarily upline, even downline, you can edify, You know what I mean? You can also edify. Edification does not mean those people who are above you or doing better than you. No, no, not necessary. All right. And because when you edify the person and when it resonates, okay, with the same background or story, it is more likely to follow, engage, and duplicate. So that's how you build a team. And it also create role models. When top performers are being praised, okay, others may look at them as a role model. You just praise. Like today, I was having lunch with John. He happened to bring a prospect that require my a little bit of support, lah. So in the another way, of course, I also team up. I say he is doing very well. He just ranked up executive director. So for the other person, he may see that not too bad, he's doing so well. Because sometimes when you're doing well, if you come up from your mouth, hey, I just made executive director, your friend may think that you are, trying to, how to say, self-praise a jizana, which have got not much value. But when somebody praise your achievement, is different. All right, now let's go through the basic of the ABC. What is A, what is B, and what is C? A simply means the advisor. B simply means the bridge. And C simply means the term customer. It does not actually mean customer. Okay, to make this simpler, they use ABC. The C can be a prospect. Someone that you want to sponsor, someone that you want help to convince. Okay, so the general term is advisor, bridge, and customer, or client. Some people call it client lah. All right. Now, who is the bridge? The bridge is you, the person who require help. Okay. Advisor, it could the person that you want help from. All right. So you can edify your senior partner, your somewhat upline, or someone of influence, so that he can perform his task more effectively. But a lot of people actually got it wrong. This is how they got it wrong. Instead of edify means tee up. Sometimes I use edify, sometimes I use tee up. Instead of teeing up the advisor, they tee up the prospect, which is the customer, the C. All right. Now, have you ever gone through scenario like this? Say, for example, I managed to get someone who have been in the business for a long time. He is a builder in another company at the past. Then I may need help from, say, Guan Jun. So when I will probably tell Guan Jun about a little bit background of him. Then I will say, oh no, he is so king, so fantastic, but when he comes, I keep teeing up him rather than Guan Jun. So actually, you are doing it the other way around, which is wrong. Because if you tee up the prospect will have more credible or more power, in the end, wow, you see, I'm so good, they also want to sponsor me, the kind of stuff. All right, now let's talk about the advisor. The advisor should be the person that you require help from. It could be your senior, your upline, it could be the company, like Casey. I used to like to use Casey. Sometimes when I bring a friend, I will introduce him to Casey. Then I will talk a little bit about Casey background. That's it. That he have been in this industry. He have worked for what company before. He was posted in Vietnam before. Things like that. Okay, so it could be the management, the company managers or staff lah. Okay, then it could be David. Even though David is not there personally, let's say you bring the person up to the company, David photograph is there, isn't it? So you can also tee up him. You see, wow, you see this guy is so great, it's so awesome. Have you ever heard of an inventor, we have got 200 patents. You are actually teeing up, edifying our founder, David. Just a simple thing like that, you know. Okay, then you can tee up our event and function. Like say for example, this coming Mega Raya. Okay, Mega Raya, I'll be in Jakarta. Okay, so you can tee up speakers like Kamal Mustafa. You say, Kamal is an IT professional, no, and if you must find a little background from him, lah. And he's doing very well, and he is actually going to TikTok, he's getting a lot of inquiries from TikTok. You can talk about this to tee up him and the event, you see. You see. So whatever. So it could be a piece of literature, it could be a flip chart, or it could be a video. You can also edify and tee up that subject. Not necessary is a person, okay? Now, the role of the bridge is to provide A with the information of C. Let's say, for example, are you going to invite a friend? Like today, John invited his friend, who is a potential brand partner. And he have to provide information about this. And John did. Actually, he told me, he is the formerly working for what company, at what level, So I know roughly I can talk what kind of thing. So So I also, as a bridge, as a A, to be responsible, you must also do your work. You must also do your work well. So I did my work well. I came along with a book because this guy is also from the same industry, you see. This book is to tee up myself, which is also very important, you know. So there are many ways that you can do it, lah, you know. So once I got the information, I know what to speak and what not to speak. The kind of thing. But of course, uh, you need a little bit of practice, lah. For us, we have been in this industry for so long. We know what should be done. So you should provide information on C's background, the financial status. John was telling me he just retired a few years back. His health condition, what is his interest, his hobby, if you know. What is his attitude and ambition? Attitude means not what? Of course, you do not want to bring a guy which is of bad attitude into the business. You see, I'm talking about his attitude regarding the MLM industry. Since he is from this industry before, he's absolutely very very good attitude and very open-minded, I would say. And whether he is still looking for opportunity or ambition enough or not. You know what I mean? It could be young, he could be old, it doesn't matter. As long as he is looking for opportunity and he is willing to work. So these are the kind of business builder we want. So you must have, if you don't know this guy, of course you can't, but you can actually, if it is a new friend, you can ask him a lot of questions, to look for information. And then what is his perception on MLM? If sometimes people who have been involved in this industry, their perception maybe is not necessarily good, no. There are a lot of people who say, I don't like direct selling, I don't like MLM. Why? Because I gonna burn before. Then you must know whether they involved in money game or real legit MLM. A lot of people kena burn is because they get involved with money game. It's more of an investment scheme, and they promote it as an MLM opportunity. You see, so you have to ask him, why you are so against MLM. You can ask him, let him talk. Then he will tell you. Or he may be involved before, maybe he joined the wrong company or the wrong team whereby, they are team whereby they actually ask people to buy up a lot of products, so that the senior can rank up. There are some I would not say companies lah, some team, some distributor, they actually practice this concept. They want the title first. Okay. So, I remember Samson told me before there's one opportunity he went into. Okay. Straight away, upline asked him to buy 10,000 worth. You see? All right. Then one of my brother-in-law got involved with another MLM company many years ago. Straight away, he asked to fork out 50 over thousand. You see, also got. So you must know first. Ask a question before you invite the A. You have to feed him with information, all right? So it's very important, as I said, to tee up your advisor, not to tee up the C, the prospect. So you have to make detailed arrangement, actually, how is it, what are the things that because he don't have plenty of time, you don't have plenty of time. So what is the main issue? Let's say certain things he is still not too sure, not too decisive. Or like today, John Prospect asked about, the 30-day money back guarantee and the 90-day money back guarantee. 90 days money back guarantee. Our 90 days back guarantee goes to a customer who actually buy online. You must have the invoice. So we explain, you see, because his previous company give 1 year, but 1 year is product unused, still intact return. But ours is different. We allow you to use, so it's kind of a different. But it's okay, At least we know, you see. So there are certain information you need to tell the A first. So what are the things? What are the things that need help from the A to elaborate more? Okay. So now the person, the when you tee up the advisor, you have to mention a little bit of him lah. Like for example, myself, you know my background lah. Okay, I was in the network marketing industry until today lah. It's about 40 years already. In and out lah. This is my fifth company. Okay, so these are some of my background lah. So at one point of time, I actually screw up my own finances, not because of MLM, because I went into investment, I over leveraged, and I lost a lot of money. So I was into debt. Some people also know, and I went to AKPK, and I have to pay my debt for the next 10 years. So, and then I went to drive Grab. Then after I finished my paying my debt, I went into corporate trading. Thinking of not going into this because I was looking for so long I couldn't get a right company lah. Then I found Life Wave lah. But you don't need to tell my whole story to the prospect. Let's say you meet up a prospect which is looking for opportunity, or maybe doing something else, looking not necessarily driving Grab like me. Then you can tell my Grab part. If you meet a professional who is also a trainer or in the corporate world, you can also talk about my. If supposing I am the A lah, you can also team me up. Ronald used to be in corporate training, and then his major customer is companies like Coca-Cola, because this will actually enhance my credibility. If the person in the corporate world, he will think, oh, he also do training for Coca-Cola, the kind of stuff, So, and then of course you can also mention my success. Now, I cannot be like today, as John Wong, a prospect came, and then I introduced myself. Then said, I cannot say, oh, I am already a SPD. Today I received news. I also qualify for Switzerland. No, well, I cannot tee up myself because very kiasu. People say. So John have to tee up. Oh, actually, Ronald, he just 2.5 years. He ranked up SPD, which is our highest level. You can just talk a little bit. That's how. The A cannot tee up himself. I cannot tee up myself. So the B, the bridge, have to do the work. So make sure you know how to do it. All right. So you tee up the A, not the C. But you give information of C to A. You get it? You prepare the information. What is he doing? What kind of thing? He's retired, looking for opportunity, blah, 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 whatsoever. Then the A will have known, a little bit of background, he will know what to talk. All right? You get it? Right? If you got any question after this, then you can ask. Okay. Now, of course, sometimes you need to prepare the setup lah. Today we went for lunch. It's a round table, so it's quite easy, lah. We just face. He was actually sitting right in front of me, lah, on the opposite. But sometimes, if it is not too many people, if it is a small table, only three of you, ABC, you should sit in the middle. Please do not. You can sit together with the best is you sit together on the other side with the prospect. You don't sit together with the advisor. Because if you sit together with the advisor, it's two against one, like fighting. But if you sit with the prospect, it's one against two. He feel more safe, more comfortable. Okay? These are psychological, small, small little things. But it does help. Okay? Now, you must discuss where to meet up first. Allow the advisor to understand C and also identify. Let him work a little bit, lah. What to do, what to talk. Prepare tools and sales aids if possible. Just like I bring one of my book, I autograph, I give it to him. Okay, this is one of the tools that I use, and then you have to find a comfortable and suitable place where you can talk, lah. You don't let the C choose the venue. Never, never. Because if you let C choose the venue, the C may say, "Oh, you come to my house, lah." So you go to the house, who is in control? You cannot control the situation. There may be kids running around. Okay. So for me, the best is Bangsa South in the office or near the office. After a small talk or after a quick lunch, you can bring him to the office. And our office is the best place. Everything is there. David is there, Casey, all the stuff, everything, environment is just right, perfect. So I always make arrangement. You ask John and see today, a few days back when I asked me, I said the best if you can bring him here. Because if he is willing to come, that means, okay, half already closed. Really? All right? So very important. Now, B must do the introduction. I come now. Now, let me give you a simple demonstration of how you do the introduction. Okay? So, let's say the lady here is the B. The guy wearing the suit in the glasses is the A. Okay, the other girl on this side, facing the back only is the prospect, the C. So this is how you introduce. Susan, I want you to meet Alan. Something like this lah. It could be localized, in Malaysia. Hey Susan, come. I want you to meet my senior partner, Alan. You can say senior partner. Normally, I don't like to not to say I don't like lah. I try not to use sensitive words like upline, downline. You know why not? Because it's very MLM or direct sale. So normally, very simple. I like you to meet Alan or my friend Alan or my senior partner Alan. Or if it is your downline, also can. You can say he is my business partner or just partner, or my teammate, Alan. Then Alan, there you see, Alan is my senior partner. He's an accountant by profession. Sometimes you need to mention his profession. Like for example, if you want to team me up, if the person is from the corporate world, you may want to team me up as Ronald used to be, because I'm not certified. No, I'm still a certified trainer, but I have not been doing training for more than 2 years already. External training. So you can say Ronald is a certified. You can say it's a certified lah. You can still, because I'm still certified. You see. Once I certify, it's certified for life. So you can say that he is a certified trainer or he is an engineer. He's an electrical engineer if you want to be more precise, Or he is a pilot. If he's retired, you say that he used to be a pilot but now retired. You can say something like that. Then the A will, normally you don't have to say a lot of things first. You say, "Hi, Susan, it's a pleasure meeting you," or "Nice meeting you." You know what I mean? Just like that. All right, simple introduction. The B must do. And A, just acknowledge, just say, oh, nice meeting you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Okay. Now, finding the right advisor, very important. Okay. The person must be very familiar with the company. Maybe like today, I did not do a full presentation on it. At least I'm familiar with it. So if I need to talk about the binary, I know how to talk. If I need to talk about the matching, I know how to talk. If I need to talk about the 30 days money back guarantee, I know how to explain. Okay, must be positive and enthusiastic in character. Please do not find a person who is doing part time, very busy, and even though he may have high rank pin, maybe in the SD, ED, even PD or SPD, okay, but very seldom see the person, or maybe never qualify for incentive treatment. You must find a person who is a real builder, if possible, who is actively building. It may not be an SPD, may not be us, it could be, if you're just starting, you can just introduce your friend who is just an SD or even a director, also can. Like let's say when I first started, many of my downline need my help. They arrange. So at that time, I was starting. I was a director for 9 months. You also can, as long as you know what you are, you must be knowledgeable lah. Then of course you must also learn communication skill lah. You don't need to be a very how to say this word very eloquency, is it pronounced as eloquent means 好才好. Okay, so preferably someone with the similar background. If your prospect is an accountant, try to get an accountant. Dennis is an accountant, so if the prospect was an accountant, so probably John can actually ask Dennis to come and help, because he is also a director of public listed company before, and also an accountant. All right, same background. Is an engineer? Try to get an engineer. I mean, not chincai go and find one engineer lah. Someone who are seriously building the business. All right, and must be result proven. Got some result one. All right, and then people who share common interests. Because people, as long as there is something in common, actually we can talk for days one. You know, people with common interests, straight away, your connection actually shorten. The rapport is better. Now, have you ever been to a function? You know no one, let's say a function, you go for an event. Then you meet someone, you start talking, the guys say, hey, I am from Pahang. Hey, I'm also from Pahang. The other day, one of brand partner who is quite new, I met him a couple of times in the office. So he texted me. He says that I have got some question which is not so clear. When will you be in the office? He asked me. So I said that was last week. I said on Saturday I'll be going there. So he says that okay, I will see you at about 11 to 11:30. Then I said okay. He came. Then straight away he came. He is a retired insurance agent. Okay, very successful insurance agent. He came old school with an old notebook. So he already jot down all the questions he want to ask. Then because I don't know him, so I asked him, Then he said that, oh, actually I am from a small town, Bentong. He said, huh? I said, I'm also from Bentong. Straight away the rapport closed. Then he said that I live in Chuyin Street. I said, I also, when I was young, also Chuyin Street. I'm number 49. I'm number 44. So close. You know what I mean? Have you ever met before? Sometimes you go overseas. Then you met someone, someone speaking Cantonese. Then you ask him, hey, where are you from? I'm from Malaysia. Straight away, like, wow, good friend already. So these are common interests or common background. Very important. So you must know how to use all this. All right. So another thing is when you start to progress in your business, as your team start to grow, You must learn to be a good advisor, not just an advisor, because when your team start to grow, you will need help as well. You know, you must also, you cannot always, look for Ronald, look for Jin Long, look for Casey. You know what I mean? So you also need to tee up yourself. How you tee up yourself? By learning to become a good advisor, and also you must also progress in your business. This is leadership by example, which is very important. Now, how do you show that you are a leader by example? Very important. Let me tell you. Number one, you must rank up. Okay, do not stay too long in the same on the same rank. Do not, if you are do, especially full timers. You must give yourself. You must set goal. Very important. Number two, you must attend all events if possible. All the event, big or small. Number three, you must qualify for incentive trip. Very, very important. Because if you try all out, like this Switzerland incentive trip, last year Bora Bora, I didn't qualify. Okay. So this year I say I tried very hard. I will try very hard. Actually, until the end, I do not know. I was short a bit, very, very close. Luckily, 2 3 weeks before the promotion end, the campaign end, there is a PIB boost. Remember? And my volume went up to close to 500,000, which averaged out because I need to achieve a 300,000 CVU on the average of 42 weeks, which is very difficult. Okay? Which, because I was that close and that 500,000 cover. So you see, you have to try your best. Last year, there are 5 incentive trip, uh, regional plus global. I qualified for 4. Only the elite, the Bora Bora, I did. So this year, okay, I'm already qualified. I think the rest to come, I should lah. If there is lah, I don't know yet lah. So I was telling, when I received the news this morning, I said, is it official? He said, yeah, verbally it's official. No, I said I want the email. So email will be out next week. I want the email before I book my air ticket. All right. So this is very important. Okay. So you must be able to give good presentation. At least you know inside out. Be knowledgeable about life, very knowledgeable. If you don't know, then you quickly learn, okay? Attend all meet and always be early. Not just punctual. Punctual is not good enough. Do you know why you need to be early? How early? At least half an hour. Do you know why? Because if you are early, your teammates, when they see you, they will also be early. And especially when you bring someone to an event, a prospect, it is good to be early because you can introduce them to so many A's. Sometimes impromptu also, it's okay. You introduce someone to me, we have been in this industry so long, so we know what kind of encouragement, to talk to, All right. So be early to all events. Okay. Usage of tools and sales aid. Now, even though today meeting with John and his prospect, supposed to be 12:30, I was early. I go there early first. Okay. And then we went to the restaurant also early because you know why not? It is better for you to be early as an A or as a B to be early. Sometimes the bridge may not fetch the prospect to come. They may individual come on their own. If you're early, when they come, they see you there, they will be impressed. If they are there first, you come late, you come later. You know what? You know what? What kind of impression? Wow, this fella not punctual, in their mind. So very, very important. All right. No, it could be you may strike this one. You impress this guy. He comes in. He could be a big builder. You don't know. Even in business, in sales those days. This is what I have learned over the years in sales. I come from a sales background. All right. Now, edification is a very powerful tool. Make use of it, learn to use it. Okay? It is powerful in creating a positive team. If everyone know how to use edification well, I tell you, your team will grow, and it will be very uh, closely connected. Everyone, with respect. So you will build a positive team dynamic, which can ultimately lead to sustained success in network marketing. All right. So it is very important. All right. So with this, I hope that you can use this ABC principle or edification. All right. Okay. And in Chinese, it's called ABC 法则, ABC principle. All right. Uh, so with this, I hope that everybody can use this well and you can level up your live wave business. All right. So with this, I'd like to end, and we are now open for question. Any question regarding the business, not on product, not on patching. All right.
Well,
So
thank you, Ronald. That is short and sweet within that half an hour target time frame. I think that's good. I think sometimes it is very interesting to when it just make information in a very short, precise manner. I think not so heavy lah. I think tonight it's very light. So edification. Anybody wants to add on to what Ronald has just shared about edification or any other topics or issues that you would like to share?
Hi, Daniel here.
Hi,
Hello.
Daniel.
Yeah, hi.
Yes,
Hi,
Daniel, you can hear
Ronald.
me.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you once again for the sharing. Really learned something. Because I now I remember that during the success camp, I remember we were doing an activity and then we were sitting down around the table, and then you mentioned A, B, C. Who's gonna be the A, B, and C? I was like question mark, question mark. My don't know what it means. So now I understand what it means already by the definition of that ABC. Okay, my question is for the B part, right? Um, okay, when we bring in the prospect, we already identify the advisor. So during the presentation, is it the B going to talk, please do the presentation, or is it the A going to do the presentation? And if it does, let's say and also what do the B need to do throughout the conversation, during the so-called presentation or explanation? Yeah. So this is my question. Thank you.
no, it depends on what kind of help you use. If you are bringing a person, you need the advisor to do the whole presentation. Then you should let him know. Then at least, like today, if John introduced the person, he need me to present the whole thing. Then he has to let me know. But John know how to present. You see, he only need my help on certain areas. He already told me earlier. That is very important. You know what I mean. Actually, sometimes if you know how to present it, you present it yourself rather than the A. Do you know why? Because when you present yourself and the A presenter is different. The A is like. It's like you have to imagine the A is like a very sharp kind of a sword. Okay, so one chop already done, that kind of stuff lah. So you actually don't need. But say for example another scenario you could arrange a group of people, for example, five, let's say five, six, a few people. Just like last year, one of our brand partner brought five medical doctors, retired medical doctors, and one professor. Okay, all is our Malay friends, all Malay. I am not a doctor, so he asked me for help. He asked me for help maybe because I achieve high ranking lah. So when she came, she actually told me. Then, after telling me, I was thinking, your medical doctors, how to present. So I just present just like usual. I make don't know. I don't know. I make pretend that I don't know they are doctors. So in the end, they asked me technical question, but of course I know how to handle lah. In the end, all sign up. Everyone bought an advance pack. Okay, altogether six of them. But now remember, the B must be also there. Now there are some B they made a mistake is they introduce the C and the A. Hey, please, some people I have encountered before. Please, you counting for me. I'm going to somewhere, do something first, then I come back later. No such thing. You have to be there. Very important. You cannot just leave the two-person to because the especially the prospect, I tell you, the prospect will feel very awkward because he doesn't know that the other person, the advisor, very important. You have to be there. You have to sit down, and this is what you should do. Last time, we always said that you must know how to nod your head and must know how to. In Chinese, it's called 点头认同. 认同 is 认同 and somebody help me in English. You say I'm English educated. Now I think in Chinese I got to translate. 认同. That means you got to something like agree lah. You. Let's say for example, if I said something, let's say today, and I said something. I explained regarding the 30-day money back guarantee. Then John as a B, he was saying, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, this is very good." No, it's just you just add a little bit of pepper and salt. That's it. All you need to do, is to nod your head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is, okay. So this is very important. Be very important. Of course, if it is in a presentation, you bring a group. Okay, sometimes you need just like the doctor, a few of them. So you also need to sit down, and then you also have to do it when I talk about something you think is something which is prove the point, or something which need to emphasize. So you may clap your hand. Wow, this is good, fantastic. Especially in a big event. Sometimes the whole event, it could be a roadshow. Maybe I will be there, and then maybe you said I may need your help. Maybe 10 minutes of your help. After the event. So during the event, you are sitting there. All you can do is you give applause, because the more applause you give, you know the people that you bring will, you are giving endorsement. You are teeing up the person. So this is how you do it. There are many ways that you can do it. Of course, you need to be a bit more observant, and you need to practice all this to be very natural The guy start talking, you start clapping him, until finish. There's no such thing So certain point huh? All right. So thank you very much, Daniel, for bringing up. So any more questions, especially those people who are new, who never heard about edification or things like that. Actually, edification happens everywhere. Even in your daily life also, sometimes we do it, but not knowing that, oh, this is already called edification. You edify someone, that means you are lifting the person up, giving him more power so that he can, everything he talk carry more weight. That's it.
Yeah, Yi Ching has made a comment when she says that A can also help to answer questions or clear doubts that C has.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, very, very important. Thank you, Yi. Very, very important. Because sometimes the C have got a lot of questions, sometimes maybe a lot of doubts. Some people have never been involved in this industry. They may be thinking, I don't know whether I can do it or not. They got some fear, What will people think, that kind of stuff. So you can, the A also can help to clear all this doubt. Sometimes you may have the same experience, let's say if somebody were to do it, then I would say, I tell, when I first came out to KL, I don't know many people, and I also very scared to open my mouth. I scared that, I open my mouth, people will run away, people will be, people, there are many people who are very scared of MLM people. So you can that, but you can say, normally this is what I say. I say as time goes by, I gather more and more experience. When you gather more experience, you know what to say, what not to say, in the beginning. Okay? So very important lah, I would say. Between a
Okay.
fresh guy to MLM and a
Between a new guy to MLM willing to learn and a seasoned MLM known to complain a lot, which one would you choose to recruit to be good business builder and why?
yeah, I would choose the first one. If you've got two-person, one is new but willing to learn, and one very seasoned,
Make a lot
but
of
complain
complaint.
a lot, make a lot of noise. Hey, like that do cannot lie, you should like that, like that, like that. I tell you, eventually these people will drop out. I've seen too many in life wave already. Really, really, so many. If I got a book, some of you I've shown, the initial one, the people I sponsor, I use a highlighter and highlight. Those I highlight are very potential builder. Today they are all gone.
Yeah.
Why? Because they think they are better. They think that this one like that doesn't work, like that doesn't work, that kind of stuff. All right. So if you ask me, I would want, because the new person who's bringing the one is like a clean sheet of paper. All right. So yes, John raised up the hand.
Okay, hi. In fact, today I asked a lot of questions. Is on my behalf to my prospect one,
All right.
including I asked who is Daniel
Yeah, I know. So hey, acting. I know. I know.
Okay.
Like today after, like I give you example, today after my wife said, hey, why today you explain this, you are only facing John, you should face the prospect. No, I purposely like explain to John, like John don't know, actually I'm explaining to that prospect. You know what I mean?
Oh,
This
Direct.
this one in Chinese is called 隔山打牛 ah. You know what I mean? You sometimes it's very difficult for you to talk directly to the prospect. So I have to make sure like this is something he wants to know. So actually I'm explaining to John. But actually you know or not what I explained to John regarding the placement one. Actually I'm explaining to him. Let him hear.
yeah. And this question I asked before,
I know.
asked yesterday.
All
So
right.
all these are arranged lah. Yeah. So okay, normally my practice in my previous company, we purposely late for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. As a A that was my practice because if my downline didn't tee up so I will ask them when I'm late, so you tee up first, then only I come in. That's normally my practice lah. Because sometimes if tee up in front regularly so but of course yesterday I when I met, because I know we'll meet you guys so I already tee up in Pina, so that was okay lah. So in that case, should we be early or be late
In my
or
opinion,
sometimes we go for excuse me one for closing excuse me, go for toilet, then the B will try to close the C then after come back then the B will help the C to ask question, then do the closing again.
they
That's
are
normally the ABC.
they are actually many technique lah, that you can use lah. Like what you said, that one also true, okay, a little bit late. But my practice is I always early one. Sam knows what, any kind of, not only doing MLM lah, even our gathering all, I'm, I'm always, I don't know why it's a habit lah. Maybe it's a habit lah. I just cannot be late lah. Maybe if the day I'm late I have got something very serious happening already lah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You just have to find a way that work well with you lah, I would say lah. Something that work well with you lah. And your team lah, of course, very important lah. Work well with you as a team. I believe that the A, in order to do good job is no, the A, the B must give the C enough, not over bragging, no need to over brag, just enough information, and the A should also be a very authentic lah, you cannot brag lah, like for example, you cannot brag lah, okay, too much. And sometimes, especially when, there are many people who like to ask this question, some C, how much you're making now? Really? I got this. And there are some companies who they will show, but I don't, normally I tell them a figure lah. I'm making a 6-figure or 7-figure a year or whatsoever, something like that lah. But now I use income tax to tell them I'm paying so much. So you figure out lah how much lah. All right. Because if people ask you, let's say if you are in top ranking position, sometimes people will ask you, because some people are very genuine. They want to know roughly how much. Like when Guan Chun called Jin Long, Guan Chun also asked Jin Long, what? You frankly tell me roughly how much. Jin Long also never tell him the exact amount. Roughly that amount. So you will find a way that you can that works well with you lah. I would say lah. Must be done humbly lah, because the first impression very important ma. As an A, you cannot be too, too LCLY. The kind of style, like too bossy or too egoistic, I would say. You cannot. You have to be a bit humble, but also you have to show a little bit of your color lah. All right. So thank you, John.
Yeah, Sim said can't be arrogant. Don't be too arrogant.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
By the way, John, did she sign up after I left?
Yeah, sign already. In fact, yesterday signed already.
Oh, yesterday
He
signed
said
already.
that,
Oh, fantastic.
But today transfer lah, so decided already.
But
And then
I saw her using product already.
Yeah. Yesterday already passed my rolling stock to them already. So today is to pick up other product lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. But today is mainly for activate lah. So I think the first thing is even though I'm experienced, I also, in fact, more experienced will use more ABC.
Yes, correct. I also use a lot
Yeah.
of ABC when I first started. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember there's a ABC. Maybe I give example lah. I have Yixin got a downline Pochu. He's from Hong Kong,
Yes.
and
Yes.
now she's in Hong Kong. Keep on prospecting people.
Oh.
So she was a banker, and I remember. I think I should ask Yixin to share lah. Yixin can share lah.
Yi Jing, please share.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Ronald, for the opportunity. Okay, in fact, that's time, right? Sign up Pochu, and she's quite far in Hong Kong, and her original plan was to wait until the bonus, then only she resigned, then she come back Malaysia to do live wave lah. But the time was only in the month of May walk. So if wait, have to wait until 2025 February walk. So long. So and then she's alone there. So what happened is I managed to arrange about 30 minutes time with Guan Chun. That time Guan Chun is still in Johor, and then I'm in KL, and then Pochu is in Hong Kong. So I arranged a lunch break. During lunch break, 30 minutes talk, and then during that 30 minutes, I think Pochu changed her mind, and she heard something lah, because that time Guan Chun was sharing about 站在风口上猪也会飞. That means the timing is very important lah. So after the Zoom, she resigned, and then she had to give 2 months notice lah. So end of July or August, she came back already, and then she completed her director before she fly back to Hong Kong this month to continue prospecting her people. So I think if not because of that particular ABC that Guan Chun helped me to talk to her, right? I think everything will be delayed until this year only she will start doing the business. So I think it's very powerful if we really go in, because people sign up already, but we still need a little bit of push or a little bit of help from our experienced leaders to help us to activate the person and speed up the whole thing. So and until now, Pochu is still very grateful to Guan Chun for talking to her for the 30 minutes. That's all for my sharing. Thank you.
By the way, this pochu is not that pochu that we used to see.
No,
It's
different Pochu, different
different,
Pochu.
No, there are a lot of people because that pochu very famous, ma. All right. So you see, so you have to use it well. Sometimes, if you need help, so don't be shy to open your mouth and ask for help, lah. But of course, if you can do it, if you can convince that the person, convince him first. Okay. You know, like for example, the Pochu case, she's already a brand partner, but need a little bit of activation, the fire to let it burn. Okay. So is there any
Maybe I share, initially I also used a lot of ABC with Christine. Because I consider still new in the business. So what happened is I arranged a lot of ABC with Christine because I don't know the story, I don't know have the testimonial, so I don't know what to share. Not say I don't know. So back then, I just when that's what I did because there was a presentation file So I always bring my presentation file, and when so ask Christine to come together. So when Christine want it, I already know he want the presentation file. When he need the patch, I straight away bring out the patch. Okay. Don't yeah. Sometimes she will ask me to bring but normally I already know she want this, she want that. Then from there, I learn from her how to do closing, and then how to talk the testimonial, how to do the sharing, how to do the demo, so everything lah. So until like 4-5 times then only I know roughly know what to do. Then only I start to do it myself, the presentation.
Yeah, because even though John and myself have been with other companies before, but for LiveWave, everybody comes in new correct or not? I also need help when it first started, correct or not? So because I am staying in KL, so I normally use the office and I normally introduce my people to KC. So that's how lah. So if you are, you must pandai lah. Actually, for those people who are in the Klang Valley, you know, you can make use of the office, the company. That is the best environment. Used it. You can bring people, and when people see our office is, I would not say is the most beautiful or the best office in all the MLM companies, but I think it's good enough. Is everything is there. And today, you know how many times they bring in the stock? Wow, while the prospect was there, and this person know how to count, because one of them is in the corporate before, he knows, because our patches is so slim, one pack. One carton, so big, carton, how many patches or not? I remember in the early days, early days, very early, just open. I brought one person, very experienced in this industry. One of my former company upline from long time ago, another US company. He came in and see, wow, he said that your warehouse can stock tens of millions of product, he said. Oh, you say in Mandarin, 几千万, tens of millions. So you see, so today, John Prospect, the husband and wife was there, and they saw with their own eyes the loading the product coming in. I think they have to bring in by the trolley. I think 4 trips. I was told. Fantastic. So the best environment, everything will happen there. All right. So anyway, next Thursday I will be going to Jakarta. So and another week Thursday also I will be in Bali. So we will not have any this business podcast for the next 2 weeks. Then after that, when I come back, then you will start all over again. All right.
Ronald, can I arrange a Zoom with you? The Medan, my potential prospect, before she fly to Jakarta.
Can when you arrange, you let me know roughly when.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sure. All right. All right. So with that, thank you very much. Anybody here going to Jakarta on the 26th opening?
Going to Bali.
Going to Bali. Okay. See you in Bali. All right. So with this, thank you very much, and we will meet again in 3 weeks' time.